Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on the Dark Rooms podcast. We are here with Inkyink and Ozone, and it is the 10th episode of the Dark Rooms.
We're celebrating the 10th anniversary, for sure. Definitely not episodes, anniversary. This has been going for 10 years. This is older than FNaF.
Yes, and so we're going to do
We've done an episode a year.
One episode a year.
It's like my Terraria series.
True.
It's like the Happiest Day podcast.
Happiest Day podcast.
That never went anywhere.
Alright, so it's going to be a slightly different video because we have lots of, fun activities to do actually, because we just wanted to, because this is a live recording on Ozone server.
We've got a live audience here in the chats today. They're going to be interacting in some ways.
Jordan, right? It's Jordan, right?
Yeah, the chat is collectively named Jordan.
Yep.
Why is the chat named Jordan?
It's a gender-neutral name.
I missed it, didn't I?
Yeah, you weren't here for the first live episode.
No.
Rick, I was in South Carolina with no mic and no computer.
All right.
Lovely.
So, I think we should start off with in my opinion, one of the most fun topics. The previous ideas for Dark Rooms podcast names.
Oh god.
So yeah, today we're going to be going over lots of fun little topics and activities celebrating the Dark Rooms podcast as we have reached 10 episodes. Yes. And later on, people are also going to be able to ask questions about behind-the-scenes stuff. So lots of fun stuff planned for today.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I have absolutely no idea what you nerds planned, but I am ready.
All right. Okay, listen. I think there's only one way to start this off, so I have a list of, a simple 4 podcast names that, were, given. But one of them wasn't actually an idea that I gave out. It's just one that I just made up. And so the chat gets to guess which one is fake and which ones were actually ideas.
I like that idea. We should also explain the mentality behind the process leading up to us choosing the name.
Okay. Yeah, you do that right now. Okay, so basically,
I've been talking a lot already.
The idea, we talked about Happiest Day, and we wanted to go with the same mini game kind of ideas.
Because our previous podcast was Happiest Day podcast.
Which
it was me and Kian underscore.
So
I think I have one of the episodes still on my channel. Or maybe it's
Wow.
unlisted, I don't know. I think I unlisted it.
anyways,
Psychic didn't exist yet.
yeah, I didn't.
It's now lost _ content.
Yes. So anyway, I have 4 ideas, 4 names that the Dark Rooms podcast could have been, except one of them I just made up, and you guys get to guess which one I just made up. So we have Take Podcast, Go Go Go, Gift Topics, Gift Podcast, and Podcast Quest.
I actually have no idea which one it is.
I
don't
know
either.
which
These all sound horrible, and I don't know what we were thinking.
Well,
I still like Podcast Go Go Go, except I don't at all.
Podcast world. So good.
Give topics, give podcast. I can't. Were we
So which
actually
one's
thinking about this?
which one's the fake one?
Wait, you have to
I
guess.
think I know.
I think I know. I think the fake one is Take Podcast.
I agree.
It has to be, right?
Yeah.
We didn't actually consider Take podcast.
Take Podcast for the children.
Take
the other
Podcast. Take
I-
Podcast was
okay,
the
but-
one I just made up.
Okay, sweet.
Lovely.
And
I would feel ashamed if that was one of the options we had considered back then.
no,
Yeah.
no, these are not the options we considered. These are just they're talking about minigames, so I spitballed these. So and also
yeah.
I have the exact message of when the Dark Rooms came into effect, like the actual name, and I'm posting that now.
Because it's based on the Help Wanted minigame,
Yes,
right?
because at first I said Night Terrors, and then I said Dark Rooms.
Hmm.
So
That's
and that was made on May 20th. Fun fact.
Yep.
Because we were talking about the VR
VR games, yeah.
level.
May. Oh my god, that was in May.
May.
Yeah. That was exactly 3 months ago.
That's crazy.
Incredible.
If you guys have questions in the chat, just type them out and
You know
we'll
what?
try to answer them.
How about this? I will handle questions in the chat.
You'll handle them? Okay.
All right.
I'll handle questions in the chat.
So feel free to ask about any behind-the-scenes stuff.
Is this the first time you did the Dark Rooms podcast live?
No, this
No.
isn't. We
This
did
is
this
the
for
second time.
episode 5. We did this, and we're planning, hopefully, every 5 episodes we're gonna do a live one.
Yeah, that sounds like
Hopefully.
a good. That sounds like a pretty good system.
Yeah.
Yeah, I quite like that.
And just like to have some interaction stuff.
I mean, the last live one was a really serious one as well. We
It
did
was.
about
It was-
Scott Cawthon, and I
I
feel like
missed it.
the mood was kind of down.
Yeah.
But this is a
Missed it.
celebration.
Yeah,
This
this
a
is-
This is
party.
a good one.
This is the party episode.
Yay! So, what are you guys wearing?
Actually, a FNaF shirt. Frick.
I'm wearing my
Nice.
Ozone merch. I have my half pink, half blue shirt on.
Oh yeah.
You actually have
I'm
Ozone
wearing
merch.
I'm wearing a
No.
Corey X Kenshin shirt.
I could go
It's
get
lovely.
the underscore.
It's
I
very
have
cool.
an underscore shirt. I'm not even lying.
Here. I'm posting this.
I'm not
just,
wearing
I
anything.
put that in the chat, guys. Just like the Darkrooms chat, so we like have
Yeah,
the
yeah.
ideas at the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Just.
So this is what we're doing.
Mhm.
Gosh dang it!
Oh!
I hate the last one.
I remember. Another thing that we wanted to do that we talked about. So if you guys had to give a name for the Darkrooms podcast, what would it be?
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah, what
next
would you guys
episode,
name it?
we're gonna intro the Darkrooms podcast with the best idea that you guys come up with.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yep.
What the crap?
Coils podcast. Heck yeah, baby! I like that one.
That's already a winner.
Yeah.
It's a winner in my book.
Oh God, where am I? Podcast.
Take
Podcast.
It's not going to be Take Podcast.
A
I'm telling you
podcast
that.
of 85 time. Foxy,
Foxy
podcast.
No, that is so. You can make that so violent.
This is simultaneously great and horrifying.
Podcast duo.
Duo
But
times
there's
2.
4.
Yeah, podcast duo times 2.
Psychic sounds like a more enthusiastic underscore.
That's a great title for a podcast.
I love
like
it.
that
That
one.
is. I don't think that was a title.
Podcast fifth.
Save podcast.
Save the podcast. It needs
Save
saving.
Podcast.
So, yeah, into podcast. Into podcast.
madness.
Save
podcast.
Me podcast. I love. Oh,
Pod-
podcast. duo.
Podcast.
That one's a contender, I
Yeah,
think.
podcast. Give
Give
podcast.
podcast.
Oh.
Give podcast.
It's-
In the official-
it's podcast.
In the official Dark Rooms podcast lore, I'm now Fazgoo.
I converted him.
Yeah, he did.
Oh gosh, podcast
Is
is it's seeming like not a word to me anymore.
podcast
Oh, yeah,
has
it's-
no meaning.
It's gone to that way.
Fazcast. Why does that sound
I quite
good?
like Fazcast.
Fazcast.
Why do I like Fazcast?
Yeah, I really love that.
Fazcast.
You know
That's a
what?
good word.
Can we take that right now?
Fazcast.
Put on a sticky note?
Fazcast sponsored by Coils Oils.
The Darkrooms Fazcast.
Dude, Fazcast.
Which title are we picking?
I like.
Here, let's put it to a vote. Let's see.
I
Everybody.
like Foxy podcast.
No, Ozone.
Wait, everybody. No, wait.
I thought
Everybody.
you said you weren't getting drunk
Listen,
tonight.
Ozone. Everybody pick one name that they like, and then like we'll do like a reaction type thing. Like they can react to which one they like the best. So, but each of us pick one to put as a contender.
Oh, okay.
See,
I want to like
Um,
combine two and go Fazcast sponsored by Coils Oils.
oh my gosh, I like Fazcast, but I like the idea as in like let's put that back there and use it later. I want to pick something funnier right now.
I like Give Podcast.
Fazcast is
Yeah.
actually really good.
Ozone, you already have Foxy podcast.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Take podcasts to the children.
Take podcast. The man behind the podcast.
Nice.
All right. So
Andy and the
Inky,
podcast
you want
machine.
Fazcast sponsored by Coils Oils?
That is my vote. Yeah.
Okay. I guess I have to pick. Me and Underscore have to pick one.
Follow podcast.
Oh, I really like Fazcast, but I feel like that'd be best saved for later.
I gotta go.
I think I'm down with Fazcast sponsored by Coils Oils.
Fazgoo. Interesting.
The man behind the podcast.
Yeah, I think that one was done. Yeah.
Also, podcasts
They're just
featuring
doing
Psychic's
podcasts and-
Loud Dog.
Nice.
All right, Underscore, pick one that isn't Fazcast, because that one's Inky's.
Let's see. Let me
No,
just
I
scroll.
think we should all. I think we all agree with Fazcast. To be honest.
Wait. Here, everybody,
Like, if I make a pod-
react to this message with either red, green, or purple.
like like Fazcast is so good that if I were to make a podcast at some point, I would name it Fazcast because that's just so good.
You can still do that
Oh.
even if it wins, though. Oh,
Yeah.
Foxy podcast is off to a slightly.
You can only vote for one.
Has
You
caught
can-
up. Oh, Fazcast is
You can only vote for
skyrocketing
one.
past it. Sponsored by Coils
I'm
Oils,
just
by
gonna
the way.
just.
This is
I'm just
the
gonna do
piece of
this.
sport.
So far, no votes for the man behind the podcast, and things are going. Oh, there's an orange one. An orange one has entered the ring.
It's orange.
An angry emoji has also joined the fray, but it doesn't seem like people are going to vote for that much.
What? Coils Oils?
Coils Oils. Yeah, that was a thing from the last episode. After
Yeah,
you
someone,
watched it.
yeah.
No, I know.
All
Coils
right.
Oils, but who made it?
Fazcast, sponsored by
3,
Coils Oils, is
2,
still in the lead, and
1,
it is
And we're
largely-
done. Coils
And-
always wins. Coils always wins.
Coils Oils. Fazcast, sponsored by Coils Oils, wins.
Okay,
And so a
okay.
landslide, actually.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna intro the next episode as.
Coils Oils. Bring
Faz-
us back.
Fazcast, sponsored by by Coils Oils.
So
Oh, gosh.
let's see here. What should we do next? Cause that's one thing ticked off.
I need to go file a copyright claim on Fazcast right now.
You do that. You do that. Hold
All
on,
right.
you guys carry the podcast real quick. I gotta silence my dog. And by silence,
Oh.
I mean get rid of the sound. No, not like that, not like that, not like that. No, not like that. I gotta go make her quiet. Oh god.
I gotta go silence my dog.
Lore.
I have the
lore,
perfect image for this. Wait, give me a
lore.
second.
It's canon, guys. Psychic is William Afton. He's about to make Mangle. That's right. I said it. Mangle dog. I don't care. I don't know
In
if
the
I even
stage
believe it, but it's funny. What do we want to do next, guys? Are we thinking? I'm thinking either option 1, option
Oh, yeah.
3. Yeah, one or I'm thinking option
Keep it
1 or
down.
option 3 if you're looking at the ideas.
So, okay. 1 or 3.
Let's go 2.
We
We
just
did that one, Ozone.
We just did
Oh.
that. How about 3? How about 3? I think that'd
I
be
think
fun.
3 is a good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do
3 is a
3.
good.
I have
think
no
3
idea what 3 means, but let's do 3.
Um,
We'll go over it in a
Is
second.
it-
when
is it
Psychic's
like-
back.
Okay.
We'll probably talk about which ones were our favorites and like I don't know, good moments from some of them.
Yeah.
How we still feel about some of the,
Yeah.
Okay, hopefully the dog is
All right.
barking.
Psychic.
Hopefully the dog
While
is
you-
silent.
While you were away, we
Yeah.
have collectively decided that we want to move on to option 3 if you look at the list for our topics.
Okay.
So, the Dark Rooms podcast has gone on for 10 episodes, obviously. Otherwise, we would not be here
10
for
years.
episode 10 about episode 10. So, we thought it would be a neat idea to look back on the previous topics, you know, and say what we think about them still. Our favorite ones, maybe like, I don't know, good moments from them, how we feel about them still. So, of the topics with the 10 episodes, we got, episode 1 was called Fazgoo and Fazkazoos. I believe that was more of an intro episode and us just talking about FNaF in general. So
Yep.
that we kind of automatically have revisited that topic by being here.
True.
Episode 2 is Security Breach. Do we want to talk about that? How
You
security
mean
breach-
Superb Barnacle?
Of course. Superb
I
Barnacle.
think
coming
we
to
haven't
Walmart.
gotten anything about security breach
We
since then,
haven't.
have we?
No,
We haven't.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
We thought that episode was going to be irrelevant very quickly, but it has lasted like 2 months.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's kind of concerning.
and you can never
So-
tell either.
Yeah. You never know when something's going to be outdated in like 2 days or not.
Yeah. That's why I'm not gonna make like a timeline until all the Fazbear Frights books are released, because I'm gonna say something in the timeline and then the next book is going
Exactly.
to destroy my video.
Yeah.
So, Superb Barnacle is going to be a great game. Much better than Security Breach, I
Oh
think.
my gosh.
Oh boy.
We're not
But we
returning
won't,
to
we won't
Superb
jump back
Barnacle.
into that tangent again.
Wait, I'm
Anyways.
actually curious. How many of the episodes have I missed?
Not too many, I don't
I think
think.
Guys, can we get a pog in the chat for me not missing any episodes?
Me too.
Ozone has been here for every episode.
I have not. I have a
Uh,
line.
neither
And
have I.
Psychic. I mean,
No spamming.
yeah, no, guys, please don't spam.
I will delete.
And we're talking to a mod here of my server.
Removes mod.
Interesting.
Anyway, so yeah. Then we talked about. Then we had like a theory episode with Cuban.
We did.
Oh yeah, I think that one was really fun.
We
Cuban's
had-
the best.
We had an
AR,
AR
episode.
episode.
That was a fun
No.
episode. I like that episode. We'll get back to some of that stuff in a
Oh,
little
yeah,
bit.
definitely.
My gosh.
Then we
You guys,
had-
if you guys are ready for some FNaF AR discussion,
Scores hell.
you
gotta
will
be.
be
Guys, the
getting it.
spring traps are back.
The
No.
what?
Actually, yeah, I'm fine with that.
The spring traps are back on FNAF AR.
Oh yeah. Guess who doesn't care at all?
We get to see Mr. Hottie Hottie.
Huh? Come again?
Sorry.
Run that by me one more time, pal.
Then we had.
We get to see Toxic Springtrap.
Ah,
The
yes,
purple
we do.
monster.
Then we had the Scott Cawthon episode.
We had the Scott Cawthon episode, which
And
is a
then-
much more serious one.
We had what I consider the camp episodes from when I was at camp. We had
yes.
the pizza kit, FNAF AR again. We had the FNAF anniversary, and then we had the pepper carve.
Pepper Carve.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened for the Pizza Kit and FNAF AR, the sequel one. I've yet to fully watch those.
Honestly,
looks like-
the FNAF AR sequel one, it started off kind of slow, and then once underscore came in, we had like the main topic of the podcast.
Oh
Yeah,
So-
Johnny Block.
Oh my gosh! Whoa!
Whoa,
Are
that's
you okay?
a cool logo for Fazcast has just been posted in the chat.
By
Yeah.
Classy
Baryonyx.
Baryonyx.
It's a dinosaur.
Yeah,
It's
and
kind of
guys, we would love to see loads of like
Yes,
fan art and
I
stuff.
love
Really
the
so
dark
cool.
Yes.
art.
Oh,
It's
I'm
strong
just
for the
imagining
best.
fan art. Oh man. Oh, I knocked my headset off. I was so excited.
If you guys want to draw, Darkroom's art, and we may use it for some episodes, because we use new art every 5 episodes. So,
Oh yeah.
you know,
As well as like just
I will put a poster on my wall.
Like-
just like art of like fun moments or inside
Yeah.
jokes that we've got. That would be awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
so
Because this is really fun.
Fan art is the best.
fan art
Even
is-
though we don't have much, it's still nice.
yeah,
And
That's what makes it special.
talking about like inside jokes and quote unquote lore, I'm glad that we're starting to like sort of build that up. It kind of got started last episode with
Mhm.
like me being Fazgoo, now
Gooey
underscores
goo.
Fazgoo,
I'm
and
fast, you know.
and now we've got like Coils Oils and everything, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Underscores personal hell that is FNAF AR.
it's all coming together, baby.
I think this is also a good time to say like thank you so much for all the support that we've had.
Of course,
I mean, right now we've got 10 people listening.
that's a lot.
That's pretty good because it was
double
very
digits.
it was an emergency like let's do this now.
yeah.
Yeah.
While we can.
We planned this an hour ago, and
Hey.
real quick, I just want to say
Yeah, you say something, then
My-
I got something.
my 2 most viewed videos are both Dark Rooms. The first ever episode of the Dark Rooms podcast is at 481 views,
Wow.
which is mind blowing to me.
Wow, that is really cool.
And the FNAF AR leaked emails video, 511 views.
Jeez.
That's
People
incredible.
love the leaked emails, man.
That's a lot more than even some of my videos get.
All
And
right.
then-
Answering a question in chat, there's a wait. Okay, so
Yeah.
out of Ozone, Inky, Psychic, and Underscore, who is the most likely to be William Afton of the group?
I was about
I
to say
will
that.
be so
Psychic.
bold as to say me, because you
I
wouldn't
was-
expect it.
I was
Because
gonna
you
say
never
me.
expect a killer.
I was gonna say it's between me and Ozone.
This is a good game.
Let's hear what the. It sounds like Ozone's getting the most votes,
Who,
but
People
who
are
is
like-
the biggest, okay? Who's the biggest parallel to Crying Child?
oh my gosh,
Psychic.
psychic.
Why? Why
No
Psychic?
hesitation.
No clue. He just fits the bill
Psychic.
pretty good.
Yeah, he just has vibes. I don't know if vibes of being a crying child afraid of everything is something you want to have, but I mean, take it
Well,
with pride, man.
I mean, granted, I have been putting off FNAF 4 again because it's scary.
he does. He has done that. All the more
Okay.
evidence. It's all
Well,
coming together,
Are
baby.
we going to just do character parallels now with us four?
I guess,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
we can do that.
So
This
we
is
got
this is
Crying-
like who's most likely to, but it's.
I
I like
who's
the
best
chat. I like
parallel.
how the chat is coming up with completely different answers than we are.
Yeah,
like,
it's
Ozone's
great.
purple guy. I'm the crying child now, apparently.
So let's
Apparently,
say
I'm
Psychic.
older, bro.
Let's say Psychic's crying.
Uh-oh.
Or, I don't know. Who's? I don't know where we're going with this.
Here, how about
This
this?
is chaos.
I think
Which
I'm
one of
older.
us is most likely to die in a Fazbear Fright story?
Oh,
Oh.
interesting. That's a good question.
Inky is
Inky.
smart.
I think,
I
Hmm.
interesting.
Inky is most likely to
'Cause-
die in a Fazbear Fright story.
See, I would say I'm not, because in the stories, like if you're a good person, you don't die, and I hate being a mean person
Well,
because it makes me
not
sad.
always. Not always.
Well, not always.
I
but
think
most of the time.
Underscore would be killed by the blackbird because he'll just be asleep the entire time.
Wow, you dissing me for being late to multiple recording sessions?
True.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
I will not disagree.
1:35 a.m. but Underscore doesn't get
I
woken.
think
Oh my
if we were
gosh.
the main characters of any Fazbear Fright story, no matter who it is, I think we'd all die. In our own
Yeah,
story.
I agree.
There's only a few that
Yeah.
people that actually survive the stories.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who's a good Henry parallel?
A lot of people are saying me, so thanks, guys. Thanks for that.
Let's see who's good. Who's good Henry?
Henry. I feel like you're a good Henry underscore.
I'll take it.
Yeah, same.
Yo, look.
I got that deep voice down. I could probably pull off a good monologue.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could totally pull off a good monologue, dude.
Sweet. I gotta write something now.
If you were to possess any animatronic, which one would you most likely be put into?
Everybody knows the answer to mine.
Which one?
It's Shadow Bonnie.
Well, it's not
The
like which one.
puppet.
What?
He would just naturally become Shadow
I am-
Bonnie. Not even any possession. He just
No,
dies and
no
goes like,
possession.
yep, this is
I
me
am
now.
literally just Shadow Bonnie. That was what my YouTube channel was based on before, like, changing stuff. And it's still Black Rabbit kind of thing.
Yeah.
But what are you about, you three?
I feel like I'd end up in some sort of like Bonnie or something.
You'd be Bonnie?
I would be the puppet.
I want to be
Puppet.
Withered Foxy specifically. I love
Which
Withered,
Foxy?
Withered Foxy's design. I love the
But
jaws.
do you love him or would you become him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Inky is what? Fritz? Confirmed?
I'm Fritz. Hello. You doxed me. That's my name. I'm canonically named Fritz now.
Hey, guys,
Canonically
uh,
Fritz.
Weekeek in the chat says he'd be Sparky the dog.
Excellent.
Wait,
Fun
you guys
fact,
weren't
my
there.
last name is
You
Smith.
guys weren't there for Sparky the dog, were you?
No, but I know about it.
I see. As we've talked about before, I am the oldest FNaF person here. I've been here. I've been
shut
around
up,
the longest,
Psychic.
so
Yeah,
I actually
he
remember
always brings this up. He always it's always talking about
This is the second time I brought it up, though. What are you talking about?
Mhm,
Sub-
okay.
Sub said
okay.
that Inky would be a Phasgoo monster.
I hate how true that is.
I would be Foxy.
But
Also,
like, how
would
do
be Golden
you
Freddy.
become a Phasgoo monster? Because if you get attacked by Phasgoo, you're just an identical clone of yourself.
You're
so you're not
already a
monster.
Phasgoo. Wait, you're already a Phasgoo.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm already Phasgoo. What are you talking about becoming? I mean, no, I'm a normal person. Shut up.
Right? Me too.
Same.
Awkward silence. Oh, no.
Yeah, Ozone. We sent you our shipment, right?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, did you not see my video?
I did.
Psychic, you're getting a shipment next. Dude, there is lore.
I'm getting a
There is
what?
dark
We've
room
got lore, baby.
I'm getting a what?
You're getting a
package.
shipment soon.
Of what?
What do you think's
You'll
in
see.
it?
You'll see.
Wait,
We
you don't
sent
even have my
Ozone one.
address, though.
We sent Ozone one.
Remember how he's the only one who doesn't have it.
Did you see Ozone's video?
He sent me Phasgoo.
You're next.
You don't
Moving
even
on.
you don't even have my address.
Moving
He
on.
sent
doesn't
me
matter.
everything.
Wait,
Moving
Inky,
on.
Inky, do you have my address? Wait,
Moving
wait,
on.
did I-
Of my videos. Speaking
This
of
is
my
fair.
videos, I've been uploading some Dark Rooms clips.
Yes, I
This
love
is
them.
nice to watch.
watched
Thumbnails
some
are
of those.
great.
Yeah, I
Yes.
love those.
Oh my gosh,
Who's gonna-
revisiting my FNaF music story. Oh my gosh, the
Somebody's gotta
the
make-
student teacher, like she was so nice, and like I felt so bad. Like I don't know if it was the last time she was in the class, but I remember she tried talking to me,
Yeah.
and I was listening to Count the Teeth by Nate Wants to Battle, and I was like listening to music because I was an insecure kid who was like in 9th grade who was like, I don't want to tell this adult person I'm listening to FNaF music.
And that was the day that Psychic became a horrible person forever.
I felt so bad. Count the Teeth is great. Yes. Okay, Tiki in the chat is the smartest person here because Count the Teeth is like a great song.
I have never heard it.
I don't. Is it Nate Wants to Battle like rock?
Yeah,
I don't like rock too much. There's only like one Nate Wants to Battle song I actually like.
but Count the Teeth is so good. It's so good.
Never heard it.
That was the moment Psychic became a Fazbear Frights protagonist.
That's right. He was rude to one person accidentally, therefore he must die by the
Yeah.
logic of Fazbear Frights.
I was listening to
Music,
FNaF
music Man is coming for your soul.
Yeah, it's Music Man.
Yes, canon lore.
I am the Music Man.
So, speaking of
come from
Fazbear
far
Frights, do
away.
we want to move on to topic 1?
Topic 1.
Yes.
I actually have
Let's
no
do
idea
it.
how this is gonna work.
Oh, topic
Does anyone
one.
have anything prepared?
Wait,
'Cause I
we
sure
have nothing
don't.
prepared?
I thought
I'm pretty sure we did.
No.
we had
Oh,
we had a couple stuff prepared, I think.
Oh,
Why don't we get
lovely.
people
Well, we
to
can
ask
go
in
do
the
that.
Oh,
in the comments?
here
or
we go.
something? I don't know.
okay.
Here we go. I was gonna ask. Remember the one I asked you guys the other day? I
No.
asked Ozone and Inky.
Maybe, yeah.
I
Okay.
don't remember.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah, I do remember.
we're gonna move on to some trivia about the Fazbear
Fazbear
Fright
Frights,
stories.
Yeah.
Okay, so this first
Who will
question, me and Ozone have talked about a lot. So
Mm.
Oh
was-
yeah.
there is one character name in the Fazbear Fright stories that has appeared twice. In the first story, they were just a normal side character. In the second story, the person with the same name mentioned the name of the book that they first appeared in. What is the character's
What?
the
name?
story that they first appeared in. Yeah.
What is
Wait,
the name of the
what?
story? The stories, and what is the name of the character? Does anybody know this?
I actually have no idea what this is.
Basically, one character was in one story, and then a character with the same name appeared in another story and referenced the previous story. So it's possible they're the same person.
No, it's very possible.
I have an idea. I have no idea what the answer is though.
What
I
was
know
your
it.
idea?
I already failed.
Is
this
it-
question.
Is it
When we
Jake
discovered
in
this-
some story, and then it's Jake appearing in his own story, referencing that story?
Nope.
You don't tell me.
No.
It's not okay. Because I could have sworn
Ooh.
Jake.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. We'll give underscore another shot.
What? I don't have another shot.
I'll just
I don't know. I'm waiting for these
Alright.
guys.
All right.
in that case, I guess we could say someone has got it right in the chat.
Yes, someone has got it right in the chat. So
Okay.
you've gotten the
Have they?
name right,
Oh,
What
but
are
not
the
the
stories?
stories.
Okay. I think I know what it is.
Okay, what is the underscore?
Is it Bob or Robert with
No.
the Cliffs and Bunny Call?
Nope.
No.
No, it's not. Well, I don't know then.
Okay, I'm gonna wait a second, and then we're gonna give the answer out. So,
just tell underscore
Someone's
the
typing.
just tell
No,
underscore the
I want to hear the no. You got to save it for everyone. I want to hear the
The person who
the
got it
stuff
right
at
is
the same
currently
time.
typing.
yes, person who got it right is currently typing.
Oh, really? No, you're giving too many hints.
Yeah, they gave it away a little bit.
Well-
I think. Well, no, I don't know.
We're gonna see what their response is.
Yeah. Okay.
All
They're
right.
right. They got it right.
Shadow
Shadow
Libra
got it right.
got
Amber
the character and the books.
from
Huh?
Room for One More and Blackbird. Because in Blackbird, she goes to the table and is like, "Hey, do you guys have room for one more?"
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she says that.
Yeah.
So who is she in both stories?
She's
Who is she in
the love interest
She's-
both times, actually.
She's Stanley's ex, I believe.
No, she's the lady at
Or
the
is she?
diner.
Oh,
Okay.
is she? Okay.
yeah, she's
That-
the love
what
interest in
and then
both.
what
It's
is she
been a
doing
long
Black-
time.
and then
It's
what is she
been a
doing
long time
Blackbird?
since I read.
And then Blackbird, she's also like the love interest, and like they go on,
Yeah.
they go out, and then like she like helps him out a little bit. I think I'm not sure exactly.
So
But,
basically,
That
the
is
canon,
weird.
canon FNAF waifu is Amber.
yeah.
Yeah,
That is
would to be fair.
Yeah, that's a little
That
fun
is
fact.
something I'd never heard of. Actually,
Appears in
I
room
didn't
for
Also,
one more,
Psychic.
and then says room for one more.
Psychic, we discussed this, I believe. Don't they have the same descriptions?
Maybe I'd have to go back and double check.
Wait, what do you mean same descriptions? Like
As
Amber,
in,
the character?
they look the same. Yeah.
Mm. You know what? Maybe I'll go back and look. I know where to find this info.
Okay.
I'll do this
Alright.
research.
Ozone.
Do we have any other trivia? While
Yeah, we did, because Ozone had a question, or maybe it was
Did
Inky.
I?
Inky or Ozone.
Oh, I've got one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Ozone and Psychic already know it, but we
For
can
God's
talk.
sake.
We can we can ask the chat as well.
Mhm.
So, you may be surprised, everybody, but there is one Fazbear Fright story that within a page of each other, Inky and Ozone are mentioned. Not us
What?
specifically, but the words are there.
Inky
Which
and Ozone.
which
The word Inky and
story
the word
is
Ozone.
it?
So you're telling me within is this true?
This is
Mhm.
true.
Within a couple pages, the word Inky and the word ozone are mentioned.
Underscore,
Yes.
have you not read my audiobooks or listened to my audiobooks?
Underscore, I'm gonna give you
My
one guess before we
God.
go to chat.
Okay,
Yes.
I gotta think about this.
You have
Um.
20 seconds.
Oh, frick. I have a guess. I'll take the guess and then you can say.
Take the guess.
Oh frick, what's the name of the story? I know exactly what story I'm thinking of.
He's got it wrong.
Is it what? Is it He Told Me Everything?
No. All right. So
If you can't
somebody
remember the
in the
storyline.
chat did get it right, and they were the first to get it right. So Kick, I think that's how you say it.
Wekik?
Wacky-
Said it is the man in room 1280.
It is. It's
Seriously?
as Father Arthur is pulling into the hospital. There's like the inky black clouds and the smell of ozone.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. I smell good.
Yep.
That
We'll
joke
go with
last
that.
time.
We'll go with that.
When are we gonna get a psychic reference?
Yeah, we still need. I mean, has the word psychic just been mentioned at any point?
I don't think so.
Probably at some point. You know. Maybe, I don't know. So does
Anyway.
chat have any
Yeah,
any
do you guys
questions?
do you have any questions for us, like to test
Fazbear
our trivia?
Frights trivia,
Yeah.
or you could still ask behind the scenes darkroom stuff if you
Fazbear
want,
Frights, Darkrooms, or individual questions to our individual channels.
and ourselves. What do you want to know
We're
about us?
people
This is,
too.
I guess, this is just a Q&A now for a little bit.
Well, yeah.
Yes,
you all
this
good
is
with that?
Q&A time. This is Q&A time.
Which name
Frick, I don't-
appears for
I don't
4
think
different
the wiki
characters?
has Amber.
It would be.
Oh,
Is it Mike?
is it Bob?
it's either
Yeah,
Mike-
it's Mike. It's
Mike.
I'm
definitely
assuming
Mike.
it's Mike.
Mike or Bob? I mean, I gotta go.
We
I mean, no, I
we
don't
have
gotta go. I don't know why. I
no
said
we have Mike in Into the Pit. We have Mike in Jump for Tickets. We have Michael in The Real Jake, and we have
Uncle Mike.
What's the other one? Uncle Mike in. Where's that from?
we already did
In the
jump
real
for tickets though.
Nope.
Oh.
It's Jack?
It's Jack.
Yeah.
Jack makes a lot of sense. That's a very
Jack.
common name.
That is a very common name.
Which story has its
Is
main
it?
character's main name in the title? That'd be Gumdrop Angel.
Black-
Yes,
Bird.
it
I
would
don't-
be. No,
Wait.
it'd be Gumdrop Angel because Angel's the main character.
But
Okay,
there's
I
also
gotta
The
be
Real
honest,
Jake.
I still haven't
Do that
read.
too.
I still haven't read some of the stories, and I now feel ashamed. I
Alright.
need to read them.
Oh, Sergio's Lucky Day as well. There's a lot of them that have the main character's name in the title. I don't know why
I
that's
thought
so
we were talking
hard
about.
to
I thought we were
get.
talking about like the actual book, like the main book.
I think we're talking about stories now. Yeah, he said stories.
Yeah,
Ah.
but still, if we want to go by book, Gumdrop Angel still counts.
if we want to be specific.
Yes.
All right. So, yeah. Any other questions you guys have?
Yo, this is Q&A time. We gotta get something. People gotta
Is
have
Golden
Trivia
Freddy made
or
of solid
stuff you
piss?
wanna know?
No. Rant
You
about
can-
why I hate Phasgoo. We're gonna get
No.
there. Don't worry.
Yeah,
don't
we're
worry.
getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting
It's
there.
on the list. It's on the
Inky Rant
agenda.
is on the
How is-
list. Inky Rant is on
How
the
is the
list.
weather over there?
How's the
Uh,
weather?
The
How's
weather's
the weather?
fine.
Weather's pretty
nice.
good for us.
It has
Nice
been
sunset.
raining every day for the last like 3 days.
Huh. I guess Jack has appeared in a lot of Fazbear Fight stories.
How
would
would
you-
any of you rewrite the FNaF timeline?
That's a loaded question.
Well, the problem is we don't know how it's written in the first
Yeah.
place.
What story has
So-
a reference to the FNAF survival logbook?
Oh,
What we found?
Pete, step closer.
Step closer.
Yeah.
Wait, what's he
Oh,
doing there?
maybe.
What's he doing? Step closer, or what? What?
Chewing gum excessively.
Oh, yeah,
the gum
yeah, yeah.
again.
Yeah,
I
that
want
makes
to
sense.
say, yeah, either step closer.
He
or
was,
what
he's
we
also
found.
an organ donor.
He is an organ donor.
He's an organ donor. Yeah,
Okay.
that's one of the main.
What do you
That's one of the
think-
main things of the story.
What do you think the pile is in Midnight Motorist?
If you could ask Scott one thing. Oh, sorry, I just heard that question.
The pile, and then what would you ask Scott?
Pile, I don't care. What do I,
I don't
think it
care.
is? I don't know.
You
A
know what,
few
let's get that
pixels,
one.
mate.
Wait,
if we could ask-
wait, guys! I'm gonna interrupt everyone real quick.
Okay.
The story that has a reference to the survival logbook is Lonely Freddy, apparently.
Interesting.
Wait, what?
I guess it's kind of subjective what could be considered a reference, though.
I guess.
Yeah,
no,
and
yeah.
surely there's going to be more than one.
Yeah, actually, Blazing Storm. I want to hear. Yeah, you got to explain.
Where the heck is Phantom Bonnie?
Meanwhile,
He died. He died a
while-
long time ago.
You don't exist. It's
While,
psychological.
While Blazing Storm is typing his explanation, I would want to ask Scott what the major retcon is.
That is a very good question.
I'd ask him what the heck is going on, because then he could answer with a lot of things.
I was gonna say, what the hell did you do to the series?
Maybe what's in the box. I think the retcon is a great question, though.
Yeah.
Which Fazbear Fright story would you change the plot to, and how would you change the plot?
Hide and seek. Hide and seek.
Exactly what he
Hide and seek. I would give that story a better ending.
I would probably... Honestly, you guys are probably expecting me to say he told me everything to try and redeem it, but that is too far gone. I would fix the puppet carver so that it's like... Because there was potential for a good story there. But they dropped the ball.
It's like hide and seek. Hide and seek, I don't think the ending is the bad part, really.
I enjoyed the story. I just think that the ending just didn't make much sense. Like
I was disappointed by the ending, but I don't think it's what brings the entire story down. I think the entirety of it is just kind of a bit boring and stuff.
Well, then Sub makes a good point.
I'll just rewrite it to make it better then.
Sub in chat makes a good point. If you wanted to fix He Told Me Everything, you would pretty much rewrite the whole thing.
I think you guys are.
You know what? I think we should do number 5 on
No,
the list.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Why is that even an option? Why is that there?
Oh, because it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be so fun.
Ooh, Mr. Himalayas says, give Blackbird a bad ending and give Hide and Seek a good ending.
I like
that.
I like Blackbird's ending. I just don't like that Sam wasn't Blackbird. If Sam was Blackbird, I think it'd be.
I think he was though. He wasn't
though because he survived.
He wasn't.
I think
he was a figure of his imagination, right? No.
I think it was going back to the previous episode where I was talking about Ralpho and Julius. I think Blackbird's another manifestation of guilt.
Those weird emotion manifestations that somehow end up killing people.
Maybe it's something like guilt is almost as strong as agony, maybe? I don't know.
It is a human emotion, after all.
I would argue that, because I think all three that I mentioned were created from guilt.
I mean,
Bob felt guilty about signing up his family. Ralpho came.
Guilt
Reed
is
felt
just internal agony.
Yeah. Reed felt guilty about potentially what happened to Julius, so what he imagined came true. And Blackbird, Noel felt guilty about his bullying stuff and how Sam might be dead, and Blackbird, boom. So I think guilt is a really powerful one, yeah.
Anyway, moving on. I want to point out Mr. Alex Man, who replied to which Fazbear Fright story would you change the plot to actually make friendly face about Andrew, which is a good point. Because I'm disappointed now.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
They changed it to Edward.
What if we get an Andrew story in the Prankster? As a final.
I doubt it at this point.
Actually, because Jake is the more important of the two.
Yeah, they kind of wrote Andrew out of the story.
Okay, so question. So we have a short clip of that story so far, right? The one that you
I have not read
Andrew
it, and I would not like spoilers.
Neither have I. I haven't read it either.
So I'm actually going to do some research, because remember when they wrote the back of the book, they got the back of the book description wrong for a pizza kit, and I think they might have corrected this one.
They did, yeah.
They switched the two girls around. I'm going to do some research right now, okay? Because they might just have, I don't know.
In the books, underscores go into the library.
Well, the book's not out yet, but I'm still going to look at the previews and descriptions and stuff.
Oh, that reminds me. I know we were talking about lore earlier, but the lore that the Dark Rooms is just in a shack. I just thought it was
just what?
Oh, we're just in a shack. The Faz shack?
Yeah. The Faz shack.
The shack is connected to all the FNaF locations.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of that sister location map.
We also don't have a light. That's why it's dark.
Yeah.
It is.
There was a design. It was a design fault that was overlooked. And now
the little thing in Midnight Motorist is just our shack.
Who is?
Yeah.
Wait, who is?
That's the entrance.
Who's Amy? What?
Actually, we don't. Amy?
Yeah,
I think maybe a friendly face character.
Oh.
Amy. Let me see. Edward, Jessica. I don't know about an Amy.
Wait.
The
final story. Wait, I'll look at.
Of the Prankster.
Wait,
we already got the back of the Prankster. Oh, I think.
Let me look. I think maybe. Give me a minute. I'm the research dude. Let me do this.
Okay. Anyway, what do you guys think about Felix the Shark?
Jared, okay.
I know nothing about it except that there's a shark now, so that's cool, I guess.
Amy finally works up the courage to ditch her loud-mouthed, annoying friend at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, but when it comes to Five Nights at Freddy's, even the most well-meaning actions can reap horrible consequences. Do you think she ditches her friend and then they die in the MCI?
Oh my gosh,
maybe.
what if it's
that would be very cool.
What if it's a puppet story?
Puppet story.
Ooh.
Oh, like they lock him outside.
Because the puppet is in the Fazbear Fright story. Because like the puppet was in that one
yeah, I hope the puppet comes back because the puppet is like a huge part of FNaF that we have seen very little of in Fazbear Fright.
Even the Stitch Wraith.
And
the
FNaF
puppet is very important to the Stitch Wraith.
So, unless anyone's got any questions, maybe like personal questions, nothing like not like too personal, but like questions about us, questions about the dark rooms. I think we've had a lot of FNaF lore questions, and I don't know if we want to keep going with that.
You guys want to know anything about like how like dark rooms operates or something? I don't know.
If not, we could move on to 5 or
we gotta go 5
or not. Oh wait, no, 5 was Ozone's video. I'm counting wrong. We could go to 6 or 4, maybe.
Wait, I'm looking at the.
There's 6 of them.
Yeah, you're looking at the wrong one, Inkyink. But...
Yeah.
Oh, am I?
Yeah,
look at the very bottom of the chat.
Oh.
We're not doing 8.
5.
I see. I think
we gotta go 5. We gotta go 5.
Oh yes, I agree.
Okay.
Just
and maybe that'll lead into 4.
Yes. Okay. So we're gonna do another game. We're gonna do another game, you guys. So,
yes.
Oh my gosh.
We will.
Please tell me this.
We will each be given 1 minute, and we'll give it. We're gonna be given a FNaF AR skin, and we have to make up lore for the character under a minute.
I am so excited to do this.
You hate it.
I gotta pull up all the skins.
Ozone, you hate it.
I gotta just pull them up real quick.
I know you did videos on it and everything, but they were good at the time.
Joke's on you guys. I'm a professional at this. I'm taking you all down.
All right.
That's why I'm worried, because I'm so bad at this.
He's so experienced.
I still have the logic. I can still utilize the crappy flawed logic.
Guys,
to
look what Shadow Libra said in the chat.
What did he say?
So we're writing a script for an underscore video.
Oh my gosh, we are writing a script.
All right, so Ozone, pick Inky's first animatronic.
Oh, we're picking them for each other.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, I gotta look them all up.
I can't even think of them. Okay, let's go.
I've got a list pulled up.
Let's go.
Oh no, this is giving me anxiety.
I cannot even think of it.
Here, I'm gonna pick. Okay, Inky, your first one is Clockwork Ballora. 3, 2, 1, go.
Once upon a time, there was a man, and he was a very crazy man. His name was Henry Billy Bob Bingus, and he's unrelated to Henry Emily or whatever his name is. But this man was an extreme fan of Circus Baby's Pizza World, and he had an obsession with Ballora. What was the nature of that obsession? I don't know, and I don't really want to know. But he was obsessed with Ballora, and he goes, you know what? I'm a crazy man. So what can I do? I can make one. I'm gonna make a Ballora. So he gets a bunch of gears from the local clock tower, which then collapses, taking out $300,000 worth of public property. And he goes home, and he starts building the Ballora. And, well, so he builds the Ballora, and he goes, wow, this is a shiny, pretty Ballora. She's kind of got a lot of gears and kind of sharp and stuff, but I don't care. I like Ballora a lot. So ultimately, he loved the Ballora so much that he imbued his life force into it, and his soul transferred into it. But at the same time, his soul was also in him. So it was like Ballora Duo or something. And but the problem was that the Ballora didn't know how to have a soul in it because it was a weird Ballora, and it goes, I don't like this. It said that out loud to Henry, and it starts spinning very, very fast, and the gears are all rotating, and it's like, I'm a clock. I'm not a person. I'm a clockwork Ballora, and it falls over and kills Henry. The end.
All right.
You're a
Bravo.
disgrace to the lore I've created.
No.
Okay,
no.
so
I mean the lore that is totally contained within FNaF AR.
okay, Inky. Now you have to give one to Underscore.
Shouldn't it be someone else's turn first? Oh
No,
yeah.
no,
Okay.
you give one to.
Okay.
You give one to Underscore.
Yes.
Better be a good one. Better be one I haven't covered already.
Sorry, I
All
had to
right.
sneeze.
I want you to
Stop
make
doing
lore. I want you to make lore for Little Red Chica.
Oh my
3,
gosh.
2, 1, go.
That's so
Oh,
hard.
you gotta be kidding me. Okay. What's some good logic I can BS my way through? It's one of those holiday themed ones, you know? Remember the Haunted Forest event? Dude, Fazbear went up and occupied that forest and made like some epic what's the word? Attraction.
You can tell he's a pro at this.
You can find like an epic little cabin in there, and then there is a little Red Riding Chica thingy, and then the Foxy. You know what is it? Big Bad Foxy. It's part of it too. They freaking up and the Haunted Forest. What was in the Haunted Forest again? It was the Boulder one and the Swamp Balloon Boy and Woodland Freddy. Yeah, that forest. They took it. They turned it into an attraction. It's got these two.
Gosh dang it! Why does it make sense?
All right, Underscore. Now pick one for Ozone.
Yeah, I hate you.
Okay, Ozone, you better channel the Underscore aesthetic of BSing your way through things.
Or you could try my approach, where it's just
I'm
absolute
so
insanity.
bad at this. I'm just gonna go with absolute insanity.
Curse Springtrap.
It's not even gonna be related. What even is that? Oh,
It's the Aztec Springtrap.
Okay. So basically, there was this guy called William Schrafton, and he became the leader of an Egyptian civilization.
Okay.
It is
And then,
Aztec.
no, shut up, I'm getting there.
No.
Basically, over time, he actually built a time traveling device, and it would send him anywhere in the future. And then he decided to go to the Aztec region because he was like, boy, those thighs looking thick on those giraffes. So he went to the Aztecs.
Oh, so do you know where the Aztecs lived?
No, I have no idea.
America, man.
There are giraffes in South America.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, Springtrap now has thunder thick thighs, and then he was like, yeah, I'm William Schrafton, I can do what I want. So he ruled the country. South America's a country.
Oh, cool. Okay. Lovely. Okay, Ozone, I think now you pick one for Psychic.
Yes, now Ozone picks one for me.
Okay, Psychic. I want you to do Magician Mangle.
So, Fazbear
I already did that
Entertainment. Wait, what?
I already did that one in my videos.
Oh.
Well, do it again.
Yeah, but Psychic can't remember.
I never watched the video.
Oh, exposed.
You never
Expose
watched the
him.
video?
I actually have not
joking,
seen
it's good.
I have not seen your
Oh my
Fazbear skin
gosh.
videos. Are they
Classic.
unlisted? Are they public?
No, they're still, dude. They have so many views. They are not unlisted.
Okay, I'm gonna go watch those after this. Anyway, so Fazbear Entertainment, after struggling with the pizza restaurant a little bit, they wanted to try something new. So they tried opening a circus, a carnival. Put some of the popular circus animatronics like Baby and Balloon Boy into places that fit them more. So they needed a magician, so they turned the old Mangle animatronic into a magician, and boom.
Sorry, I'm too distracted with the satanic Winnie the Pooh.
And where did the saws come in?
Sawing people in half was the magician Mangle's main trick. They called it Mangle Mangles, everybody.
Oh,
I just
lovely.
realized that's why he has saws.
Lovely.
I
thought he was just like, I have a saw, and I'm gonna use it.
He's a handyman, part-time job.
Do
we want to go for another round, or just stop there?
No.
In my ancient video, I think I said it was some like remnant magic BSery that was done with Magician Mangle.
Wow.
Right. Well, listen, we are at 50 minutes, and I think it's time for number 4.
What's number 4? Also, thanks for getting me out of my personal hellscape.
All right.
The piece de resistance of this episode.
I just gotta think of something. Just think of. Let's see. Someone annoy me.
What?
Not like with sounds. Just give me like triggering.
Oh, I
things.
gotta give him something triggering. What? Define your scope of triggering. I don't know exactly.
I honestly don't know.
So,
it's me, Stinky Stink.
Do you like FNaF theories?
That's for another day. That's for another day.
You said something triggering. That sounds like you're slightly triggered.
I'm starting.
We're getting there.
It's building up. I'm trying to think.
I think that Golden Duo is correct, and BB Fithers are dumb because I'm a toxic theorist.
Inkyink, are you having a thinky think?
Yes, I am.
What the
Alright.
frick?
What is something that triggers me?
Well,
When Inky does he stinky stink?
Oh, what is something really triggering?
Oh no.
What?
He told me everything was not a good story, but I can't do that again. I've done that already. We
don't know what else bugs you. That's the problem.
Ooh, that's why I'm trying to think of something. Okay, let me think.
What about the what is it? An OSD? No, OCD. That's it. OCD. The OCD of the box set of Fazbear Fright.
The what?
The what?
Oh my god, you guys are really bad at.
Explain. No.
You know when the box set was shown.
Oh,
and
the
then
box
there's a picture
set.
of the box set.
I thought you said box.
And then
you said box art,
No.
didn't you?
oh my god.
Anyways, I'm trying to think.
No.
It's time for an Inky rant if you haven't guessed, everybody.
What's
I'm
the
trying
issue
to
with
think
the
of
box
something.
art? What's the issue with the box art, Ozone?
The box set.
Oh, what's wrong with it? Oh, like
the
the
Fazbear
11
Frights.
Oh, like how you have to pay
Yeah.
$100 to get the extra one?
Well, I don't care about that, but I care about the colors being mixed up and
Type of
like
What?
the fetch being called text. Did you not hear about this, Under?
No.
Oh, it was
What?
filled with mistakes.
Give me a minute.
Yeah, it was
They
Okay.
fixed it though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Okay.
think. I see
I'm gonna get you
people
a
insulting
picture.
coming
No,
home, but that wouldn't
I'm
be a
looking
rant.
for
That
this.
would just be me talking about how much I love coming home.
I can insult coming home.
Well, okay. Let me think. I'm trying to. Oh wait, no. I've ranted about the skins before. Oh gosh, this is hard. What is a pet peeve of mine? I was thinking of one the other day, and that's why I'm so like.
You know what bugs me, Inky? How you can't think of something.
That's true. Why don't we have an underscore rant?
No, I don't rant.
I think we should
What?
talk about FNAF AR again.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I could rant.
I feel like he's getting close. He's like coming up with an idea.
Trying to
Have a
think,
rant about how security breach isn't out yet.
Why does it?
Have
what the
a rant
frick?
about security breach in general. Like,
Why does it say
you have problems
text?
with that?
Text TECHS.
Oh my
Okay,
God,
let me
classy.
tell you. All right, I see awesome fan art in the chat, but I have decided I've come up with a rant.
Okay, what's
So-
the rant?
In another server I'm in, this doesn't have much to do with FNAF, but it's an Inky rant. In another server I'm in, there's these tournaments, and it's about anime songs, and everybody votes and stuff, you know. And there's the ones that move on. You can submit some. However, I submitted some of the best anime ending songs of all time. For example, Life from Dr. Stone and an Attack on Titan one. However, both were eventually shot down. Sadly, I was sad, but at the same time, one of them kept rising the ranks. It was the Chica dance ending. Not to be, I mean, actually now it's kind of relevant to FNAF now, even though it's different Chica, but it's Chica. We'll just imagine it as Chica, and it was rising through the ranks, and everybody loved it except people didn't really love it. They were voting for it for the meme because they wouldn't listen to the other ones, therefore ruining the spirit of the competition. And this angered me greatly, everybody. I was extremely mad, and the phone is ringing at the worst time. I'll have to rant about that as well.
I'll cover him. So basically, FNAF AR is a really difficult game, and it's really thrilling, and I absolutely love it.
What? No. Go away. Nobody likes.
On Discord.
Man, he wasn't kidding about not having rants. Before Psychic has brought up a good point. I'll get to that in a second, but let me finish this one. The Chica Dance freaking won the whole tournament.
I mean, it's the Chica Dance.
No.
Wait, what is the Chica Dance again?
It's an anime ending song, and it's okay, it's nice, it's decent, it's quirky. I don't care. It's like a TikTok dance, and she's dancing, and everybody's like worshiping her. And the other one, it's like the Kill La Kill ending song. And I haven't even watched the show, but that was a banger. And I'm like, guys, it's right here, the banger, the victory, right here. But they're like Chica Dance, and I'm like, go back to TikTok, you buffoons. Anyways, that was that. So the mischievous rant. That was a rant that I did IRL with Psychic when we met up. If you haven't seen the videos where me and Psychic met up in person, those are very cool, very nice. You should watch them. There's one of each on our channels.
Can confirm.
And during that, in my video, I caught a little bit of a rant that I had. But I have a pet peeve. How many times have you gentlemen, and you all in chat, how many times have you heard mischievous?
What do you mean mischievous?
What's
like
mischievous?
Yes,
the word.
The word mischievous.
Not often.
I'd say a good 2 times a month.
All right. Now, how do you say that word?
Mischievous.
Mischief. Oh yeah, mischief.
Oh,
Oh god, Inky, I hate you.
You awoke at him underscore.
Mischievous.
Underscore, you have messed up.
Oh.
If you look at the spelling of the word, it is mischievous. Specifically,
no, it's
mischievous. There is no evious. There is only ivus.
You spelled it wrong.
Look, I said...
Oh, I forgot the S, but yes.
Look, I said I do not hear the word often, so...
That is true. That is true. That may give you a pass. However, it is mischievous. And I see the chat is agreeing with me wholeheartedly. And very cool. I like this a lot. Mr. Chivas? Mischievous.
Oh my gosh.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Hang on, Mr. Linguist.
Psychic!
It wasn't me.
Yes, sir. Okay. Anyways, so it's mischievous. So there's no mischievous. Let this be a public service announcement to all of you. It's not mischievous, it's mischievous.
Well, thank you.
Say it right.
I think you're a self-entitled Generation Z, and I hate you.
Thanks. That's cool too.
Okay. Well, question: How do you say mountain?
Mountain.
Mountain.
Like the way you just said it.
Mountain.
Now, hang on a second, because I'm British.
British.
So all of my pronunciations are going to be tormented by you guys.
Well, British get a pass because they do
British.
things differently.
Well,
so, like...
It's just like, it's like the accent and just like, you know, cultural, like how you say something.
I like the accent, man.
Yes. Quick question, Ozone. Why do you put a U in color?
Because otherwise it'd be color.
But what you have is color.
Yeah,
no,
we don't.
It's color.
We don't
It's
put
color.
a U in color here in the US.
Color. Armour.
You know what? I'd be
just
fine
like,
with putting a
just
U
be,
in
like,
color.
cultural differences in typing. Like, in
I'd be
spelling.
fine with putting
Yeah.
a U in color.
The English, like the English and like England English is like different. Like American
English and English are very different.
American English and English or England English.
You can't call American English English because it's not in England.
Ooh.
So what do we call it?
English.
We're about to fight.
You speak
Wait, that
American.
makes no sense because Mexican Spanish isn't just called wait.
I mean, technically
mind.
there are differences between Mexican Spanish and Spain Spanish, and
It's Mexico in South America.
Mexico is in North America.
Guys, we
actually.
speak American
Damn it.
here.
Yeah, America.
America.
Yeah,
I love America, Freddie.
I would like to
right.
leave. I would like to leave the country and live in Canada.
Canadian _ canon.
Canon.
Is that
I'd
a
also
skin?
like to go live with Ozone for a bit. I want to be British.
British land, Britistopia.
Yeah, but
British
you're not going to
underscore.
live with me if you sleep all day.
Oh.
All right. Petition to rename England to Britistopia. Do I have?
What Topia
The
would we
chat.
rename the US to?
We named the U.S. to
Ameritopia.
Burgertopia.
South Canada.
South Canada.
South Canada.
Southern Canada, the wilds.
Just call.
We just name
all
it to
of
the
America,
wilds.
Call all of America Alabama.
I don't like that idea.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, guys, Blazing Storm's back. You might explain how Lonely Freddy has a...
Sweet home Alabama.
Logbook coupon is referenced in the story. Okay,
No,
that's
maybe.
okay. That's something, I guess.
Okay.
So we've kind of gone through all of our topics today, and it's been a great time in chat. But are we thinking we want to wrap up here now?
I like these live episodes way more.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, they're very fun.
They're very
Yeah,
fun.
I think we should do them more often.
Especially because I only got to visit this one for the first time.
So yeah.
Next episode 15. Be there or be square.
Yeah, everybody should show up for episode 15.
Be
Oh,
here
yeah.
or be square.
That's gonna be the next live one. In the meantime, we're gonna have 4. Wait, is it? Yeah, because we got 11, 12,
Be
13, 14.
triangle or be triangle.
We're gonna have 4 usual Dark Rooms episodes. One of them will be the Fazcast, sponsored by Coils Oils.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. What's that
It's gonna
episode
be great.
about?
That's next.
What else have we got coming up? We're also going to be doing an episode on FNaF Plus, I believe, right?
Wait, do we
Yeah,
wanna,
that's
do,
a little
do we wanna-
teaser for you
do we-
guys.
Do we want to give them a little teaser of like the ideas or the next
Yeah.
couple episodes?
I think, yeah, I mean, FNaF Plus, I think was a good teaser. But if we want to give like the next one after that as a hint.
Well, there's
Can't
one
wait to talk
before.
about
There's one before FNaF
Oh, is
Plus.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to do one on Friendly Face, right?
Yeah, we're gonna make some friendly face predictions.
I thought that was after FNaF Plus.
No, it's before. We're doing that next week.
Well, either way.
Anyways, we have poor communication skills, I think, or at least I'm
Like,
bad at listening.
yeah, really
So
bad.
have fun with the Dark Rooms watching. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Stop, please.
I need to calm down. I've been talking way too much. I'm gonna let someone
I
else
can
handle it.
put you out of your misery.
Yes,
Oh my.
please. I mean, don't remove me from the call.
Just
or
like
anything,
Psychic
but-
did to his dog.
No, that's not what happened. No, I just told her to stop barking and I let her outside.
You kicked me out, Ozone. You think you can just get rid of me that easy?
Oh, my-
Yeah.
What are you, baby?
Oh,
we're-
Ozone's gone. We're devolving into anarchy and chaos.
There you go.
Anyways, I think we're gonna end it there.
We need
How
to
do I
get Ozone
join?
back. Yeah,
Oh
there we
wait, there we go.
Yo, should we let Cuban in? He was raising his hand.
No.
go. I think after we end the episode.
Yeah, after we end the
Yeah.
episode. So, thank you so much for watching, everybody, and thank you to those who have been live. Thank you, Jordan, the collective chat consciousness. Anyway, we
Oh.
are
No,
gonna.
oh no!
You
We
fools!
got
What
back in
happened?
here.
You
Ozone,
fools.
was that you?
You fools!
Ozone.
You fools! Hey, guys!
Ozone.
Oh, you
done?
fools! They don't even realize
done?
I'm recording the video.
Get him back in here. You
I'm
idiot.
recording the video. So, thank you so much, everybody, for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!
No.
He can hear us. Oh, no, what have you done?
You fools! I am recording this. I already did the outro.
What?
I did the outro while deafened because you guys kicked me out of the call, and I'm recording so they can only hear me.
Oh,
But say bye.
Oh,
bye.
Bye.
We're
The
horrible
higher
people
bye.
now.
Bye. Say bye.
I say hi.
I said hi and bye.
Bye.
Hi.